What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wham Fishing, guys. Today we're out here, and I came out here with the intention of having a nice overcast rainy day. Like the weatherman said, 50% chance of severe thunderstorms, overcast all day, and as you can see, it is a beautiful day out here. So I wanted to just have a topwater smash fest, buzzbait, frog, all that. We're gonna pivot a little bit, probably throw the Texas rig around quite a bit. A lot of my stuff I brought was kind of geared towards that. I was gonna be throwing a glide bait around this grass and stuff. Bright sun, not super conducive to that, so we're gonna pivot a little bit and see if we can't put some fish in the boat with some other stuff. Obviously, got to be ready for anything whenever you come out here fishing. So first things first, try and get a couple bites and see if we can figure out what the fish are doing, because we're post-spawn, summer-ish transition, bluegill bed pattern might be going on. Maybe there's still some on beds, maybe they're full on summer. Water's 80 degrees? No way. All right, maybe it is 80 degrees. Okay, probably closer to summertime. So we're gonna poke around, see if we can get some of these suckers to bite. So, all right, y'all, stay with me. All right, y'all, voiceover time. So, out here on Tar River, I want to say this is my third or fourth time being out here, and just kind of in general for any body of water that I go to, I've done some research on it, and I'm kind of going off of what the trend of the season is. So right now in this part of the country, we're in post spawn, summertime, early transition. So right away, I'm looking at this body of water going, these fish are not spawning. They're finished with that. They should be moving towards some kind of deeper water areas, or kind of transitioning to that, and in between that, there's two major things that happen on most bodies of water, at least in the South. You've got shad spawn and the bluegill spawn that take place during this time of year. So I'm going into this going, it's going to be overcast. There's possibly a shad spawn. There's possibly a bluegill spawn going on. So I'm going to be looking, before I even touch the body of water, I know that a buzzbait can play. I've been out here a couple times. I know that this place has a lot of vegetation, so buzzbait can play, a frog can play. So I'm coming out here with those in mind, and then just kind of branching off from there. The very first thing that I want to do whenever I get to any body of water is get bit in some way, shape, or form. I need to get bit and see what is going on out there. So as I come up here and as I'm start throwing the buzzbait and the frog down the bank, I get bit a couple times, have a couple blow ups, and I catch, I want to say like a little 10, 12 inch bass, and then I have another couple blow ups from some smaller fish. So that right away kind of tells me that a lot of your bigger fish are probably not going to be up in that shallow area, because I ran that stuff for 30 to 45 minutes with just a couple small blow-ups. And that tells me right away that I'm probably not doing the right thing. I probably need to be looking at some other stuff, which kind of pushes me more towards the live scope. I need to be checking stuff offshore. I need to be checking points and flats and things like that, a little bit deeper water. So as I'm going down the bank, throwing the buzzbait, and I'm fishing the best looking little pieces of cover, the best looking structure that I can see with my naked eye, and I'm throwing the best what I believe lures by it. In my mind, I've got a little counter going of I've fished one grass point and didn't get a bite. I fished two grass points and didn't get a bite. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's like, well, how many grass points would I have to fish with a buzzbait in order to get bit? And once that number starts getting into, I've got to fish 25 grass points to get a bite, well, that's probably not what I need to be doing. Then I pick up the frog, start throwing the frog into the openings in the grass, things like that. I do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 times without a bite. All right. In my mind, I'm going, this probably isn't the best thing. I need to start looking at the next option. And kind of that's my mentality with pretty much any body of water. I did it oh, pretty well at Dale Hollow. I could have done a little bit better with it, but that's kind of my mentality with any body of water that I'm going to. I'm I have that little ticker in my mind of, I've fished this really good stretch and I haven't gotten a bite. What else do I need to be doing? What else do I need to be looking at? Should I be looking at, this different pattern that may be going on, this different area of the lake that may be better right now? So just kind of, for everybody out there, whenever you're going to a body of water or anything new, or I mean even your home body of water, just kind of you use that mentality, break it down by what the season is, what the fish should be doing, and kind of work your pattern from there. That's just kind of just building a pattern with any body of water. It's just kind of what you think they should be doing, and then you get out there and you go, all right, this isn't working, what's the next step? This isn't working, what's the next step? This isn't working, what's the next step? Or even, this is working, but it's not working well enough. So if I go out there and I'm catching a whole bunch of 10 and 12-inch fish, what am I missing? Where, there's a class of fish that I'm missing. So kind of what do I need to do to get to that larger class of fish? So just kind of small things that are going in my mind the whole time that I'm going down the bank fishing, stuff like this. So let's go on to some fishing. I'm gonna, as you see me going down the bank throwing this buzzbait and everything, in my mind I'm going, what's next? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And I'm gonna start checking some offshore stuff. So once I get to the end of the stretch, I kind of, in my mind, I've fished everything that I could. I've done everything that I could as far as the buzzbait and the frog go. It's time to put it down. It's time to switch to something else. And we're going to start live scoping. We're going to start checking offshore, which is what I'm going to switch to right about here. Straight under the boat. Straight under the boat. Sitting in that little brush pile. Oh. Wild. Look at that guy. So I'm seeing fish doing what they're doing. Is that a bass? That was an interesting fight. Threw it up there and I saw him swim over to it. I never felt him bite it, I just saw that my line all of a sudden went slack. I was like, where did my fighting frog go? And why is it 20 feet closer to me now? Well, there's that stump right there. Big crappie on this thing. Big crappie on that brush pile right there. Oh man, that was a good one. God, that was a good fish. There we go. Watched him go get it. Watched him go get it on there. Little guy. Tough crowd. See him following it. Had it there for a second. That one got it though. I was like, I could see him. I can see him following it. I had one pick it up and swim off with it for a second. There you go, post spawn. Okay. I knew that there were bass. I knew that y'all were bass. Why didn't y'all bite the first time? Huh? Why didn't y'all bite the first time? There we go. There's like 6 of them just sitting there, and they're literally 20 feet away from the boat, and there's like 5 or 6 of them, and I'm like shaking in their face. Possibly because I'm 20 feet away from them, but there we go. Still 18.5 incher. On back down there. Right. That's good. That's good. Oh, God. Not again. Not again. Y'all know how many times I've ever gotten fish hung up in the trolling motor? Once before today. And I've done it twice today. Ah. Oh. knew there were a few hundred on here. It's not my 5-pounder that I lost earlier. You took my fighting frog. Oh, down to one fighting frog. I got one left. Make it count. Got to make it count. Yep. Hey. Oh God, the whole school file's in there. I saw these fish on Sidescan. Group of fish sitting there on the end of a ledge. Couldn't really see them on live because they're sitting on the bottom. Oh, you just threw my Senko off. You bugger. You just threw my Senko off. Oh, they're all up under the boat now. Oh, I saw them sitting there on Sidescan. I threw the Senko about to where they were. And once it got down to him, you just saw all of them come up off the bottom. And there's 10 of them down there right now. Look at them go, look at them go. Almost out of Senkos. I only have like 2 left. Oh gosh. 2 left. Handful of them roaming around. See if we can get one with a Texas rig. Ton of them down there. Like 5 of them, just 5 or 6 of them right here now. Little football down there eating all those shad. Yep. Look at them, they're going through the ball of shad right now. Oh, I don't have the minnow tied on. I don't have a minnow tied on. Oh, we are officially out of fighting frogs. At least that color fighting frogs, so see what else we have in the box. Didn't think to go through a whole bag of them like that, but unfortunately it happens. Oh, wait, never mind. I got another bag. Half a bag. I've got 4 more. better one? And I drifted on top of it. This would have been the 4th biggest one I've caught. I would have caught today. Should have caught today. 17 3/4. Finally. Ah. That's what we came here for. That's what we came here for. Jeez, I'm not super aggressive fish on buzzbait. Finally. Ah. Oh man, that was easy. All right, y'all. So we'll close out the day of Tar River here. It started raining right as I put the kayak on the truck and was trying to do the wrap up for the day. So overall, pretty awesome day. Ended up catching like 20 fish or so. Nothing giant. I did lose one about 5 pounds. Caught a 4-pounder. Like caught some other decent fish, but I mean overall it was adapting from the start. You know, pulling up there, expecting cloudy, overcast conditions, throwing the frog, saying, "Hey, that's not going to work. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see what other conditions. Let's take the conditions and ride that and see if we can make that work." And then turning that into a successful day is pretty much what we shoot for every single time that we go out fishing. The weatherman is right occasionally. The rest of the time we just gonna have to roll and adapt to the punches. So I consider that a very, very good day out there. Guys, same thing if y'all are fishing out there and you roll up to the place and you've been expecting X conditions and it's different, don't be afraid to roll the dice. I mean, ideally not in a tournament situation. It's kind of scary to do that, but whenever we're out fun fishing, just use that as your practice time and go out there and just read the conditions, adjust, and just kind of target the fish where they are. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate y'all sticking with me through our little break there, and hope to see y'all in the next one. All right, y'all.